Hi, it's Julie at Glamorous Creations again. Thanks for joining me. I wanted to show you one of my newer gadgets, and it's this, the Simplicity Bias Binding Maker. And it's only the second time I've ever used it because I haven't had it for very long. But I've just made this beautiful pink bias binding. And what bias binding is used for is it gets folded on the edge of something and sewn just to neaten up the raw edge. All sorts of projects. So how did I make it? Well, my bias binding tape maker came with this size bias binding attachment, which is a 1 inch. You can see it just there. It says 1 inch on it. So that's what I actually need for tonight's Zoom class with Lucy Bennett, so that was handy. And I'm going to show you how to make it. So first of all, we need a strip of fabric that is cut on the biased. Now, if you don't know what that means, it means that when you cut the fabric, you cut it on a 45-degree angle to the selvage, which is the edge of the fabric. I'll show you the bit I've cut it from. There we are. So you can see there's the selvage, and that's my 45-degree angle. So how do we do it? Right, so when you cut your fabric from a square of fabric like that, you usually have a point, which is very, very handy. Because the first thing we need to do, I'm just going to adjust this down so you can see the tape maker. What we need to do first of all is we need to make sure that we've got this dial on the right setting. So I've got mine on cotton and linen, which is the maximum because I'm using cotton, but it's also got acrylic, nylon and wool, so you can do bias binding on other fabrics. So first of all, we remove our tape maker attachment and we take the roller and we attach in under this clip the one end of the fabric and we roll it. And the way you roll it is quite important because the fabric, in the instructions, the fabric needs to come off the top of the roller, not off of the bottom. I'll show you what I mean when I've done this. So it's got to go into the tape maker that way, so the fabric is coming off the top, not that way, otherwise the fabric is coming off the bottom. So that gets placed back in the roller there. Then it goes over the guide and then it goes through the attachment. Now this bit's a bit of a pain, or it can be a bit of a pain. So all you need to do is get a pin and you poke your bit of fabric, the tail, in to your attachment. And you can see there's a little gap there that you can just pull your fabric through with the pin, and you can see it pokes out the other side. So it needs a little bit of a wiggle sometimes, because what you're after is you're after the fabric to fold down over those edges like that, so that you get a clean fold on the bottom of your binding. Okay, you can turn it over to have a look, and sometimes you need to pull it back and forth just to get it going in the right way. That's it. Now once you've got it in, you need to remove this bit. So this is the hot plate, never touch it. There's the roller, or one of the rollers. So this attachment needs to go back in there, and how it does, it slides forward and clips in. That's quite important. If it's not in, it won't feed through properly. So you need to pull it over so it's poking over that first wheel. Then you put this back on. Now that wheel presses against this wheel and the hot plate presses it into place. So you click that in and forward to the left, my left, make sure it's in place. Now that's safe now to actually turn on. So you turn it on with the red button and you wait until the ready button flashes up green. Doesn't take very long. But you never want to turn the hot plate on before you've got this in place, because you could very easily burn yourself. And then what we need to do when the green light, ready light comes on, is we press this run button, which starts the wheels turning and pushes the fabric through on its own. Great little gadget. There we go. The green light has flashed on, so we can press the run button. There we are. And there it is, it's off, running through. As quickly as that. So we turn the run off, we turn off the machine, and there we have perfect bias binding, all ironed together and ready to use. Brilliant. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for joining me. If you did like it, please hit the like button and the subscribe button, and feel free to share or to add any comments. See you next time.